everybody. So I'm back from a hiatus once again, but this time I am coming in here with something new for you guys. As you know, we are kind of limited on the different options that we have for modifying these vehicles, just based on what's supported out there, what companies are still willing to work on this type of platform and such. One of those aspects, it has to do with exhaust. So I went ahead and brought over Xforce with them, partnered with them, and brought the exhaust over to the market from the i30 that they have out there to the Veloster N. That was a fun experiment and fun development. Then I moved over to the Sxth element exhaust, which I love, and that's what I have on right now. There's another company that I had worked with, and they also were making something for this car. Now, they did make two versions of an intake, and finally, and debuted at this year's SEMA, they are releasing an exhaust. So let's talk about this real quick. So this is the exhaust offering that is coming from Injen. So as you know, they offer regular intake, closed box intake, and now they are offering their Axleback. So a couple of key things you want to look at is this shares some similarities to the MBRP exhaust. As you can see, we have two small mufflers there. But the cool thing is Injen decided to use the same mufflers that they are using in the A90's Supra exhaust. You're also going to have two different options for tips. So we have the carbon fiber tip, and then you also have the burnt titanium tips. And these are 5-inch tips, I believe. And you have, of course, your hangers. You have your one slip-on that comes in here, and then you have your flange. So you can see it's stamped Injen on both sides. Pretty awesome. And then also one thing that you'll notice is the way they did this Y. They actually had to make a mold for this in order to make it perfect. So let's try it out. Let's put it on the car, and I'll show you how you do that. If you're doing this, by this time, I'm sure you've seen a couple different videos on how to put an exhaust on the Veloster N. If not, I'll kind of walk you through it, and we'll see what this looks like at the end. All right, quick jacks are set up. Let's go ahead and raise this thing. So I have to say that this is one of the biggest advantages that I have now, is these quick jacks. So wife bought them for me Father's Day, and I just got around to doing them. So when I tell you I've been going through some crazy times and it's been busy, it's been that busy. But now it makes it so much easier to work on the car, and this being the first thing. Now, in order to have light pretty much where I need it under the car. Some of you guys may have seen this. I showed it on my Instagram. It's from XK Glow. It's one of their latest products, and holy cow, does this thing really make a difference. So yeah, you're probably gonna see some flicker just based on the angle, but this thing lights up anything and anywhere. So let's show you kind of what we're gonna have to do here. So the first thing is, let me see if I can, jeez, there we go. All right, so the first thing is going to be doing these two bolts right there, and that should free us on the Axleback side. And then we also have a couple of hangers, one up there, one on that side. And that should be it, along with the hanger over here too. So let's start doing this. All right, so we're gonna start with taking off the 19mm bolt from there, and then we're gonna take off the hanger there, hanger on that side, hanger on this side, and we should come back once this is off. All right, so after some fighting with the hangers, because I don't have one of those tools that makes everything easy for the hangers, this Axleback is out. Now, to get that one prepped. So before I put on the Injen Axleback, I want to go ahead and do a comparison. So consider this, you know, I don't know if Sxth is still selling their exhaust. I know that it's been in and out of stock and they've talked about revisions and such, but whether it's stock or this Sxth element, it has a big muffler like this. You have your valve over there, and in this case, you have burnt tips. Angle, same. Hanger is there. Then you have here your hangers on this side, same thing there. But these are the smaller mufflers. And the tips on these are carbon. Now remember I told you that you can also go with the burnt tip. Well, this is what that looks like. And this is what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna install it with those right now, or actually I'm gonna go ahead and take those tips off, install it without the tips, and then adjust the tips to how I wanna have them on the car. So, time to slip this thing on. All right, exhaust is installed. Of course, car's in the air. Everything's buttoned up. Let's turn it on. See what this sounds like. But let me open the garage first. Holy cow. All right. That sounds really freaking good. Let's go ahead and get everything buttoned up, and then we'll get another audio clip once it's on the ground. All right, with the exhaust installed, everything's kind of buttoned up. You always want to make sure that you turn it on when it's up in the air still, just in case there are any exhaust leaks. In my scenario, there is one, because I didn't tighten completely that guy right there. So I'm gonna go ahead, tighten that up as well as it needs to, make sure there's no leaks, and then it's time to bring it down. All right, so I buttoned everything up.